I would like to talk about something that is very important to me. Autism. It's one of those things that is now becoming very popular, but a lot of people still don't really know what it is or how to recognize it, let alone how to deal with it, and there is no known cure at the moment. It's a really difficult condition to live with. I'm sure a lot of you guys look at me and think that I look so normal and just like any person off the street, right? Well, it took me a lot of years to figure out how to get here. I mean, I have all this emotion, and I look directly into the camera, and I have a lot of personality coming out here. I move all over the place, and I can speak with emotion and personality. But I gotta tell you, it took a lot of training and a lot of learning, and especially a lot of study of the normal people to get here. Because I actually have a mild form of autism. In fact, we didn't even know that I had autism until I had studied enough and gotten to read this article about an interview about somebody who actually had the condition, and I realized, oh my god, I know exactly what this guy is talking about. It sounds exactly like me. Oh my god, maybe that is why there's all this weird stuff that nobody seems to really understand about me. But I mean, that was when I was a teenager. I have been working on this issue since I was 6 years old. I remember the day that I realized that there was something different about me. And I also remember the day that I figured out what to do about it, which was a week later. It has been a long, hard road getting from being this little girl who did not understand anyone or anything that was going on. I mean, the world was just this miasma of questions and mysteries. Nothing made sense. Nobody made sense. People just sort of did stuff for no apparent reason. And I would get in trouble for doing the exact same thing other people were doing for no apparent reason. And it took forever for me to learn about the social nuances that I was completely missing that were making it so that one person could do it, but I couldn't because I was doing it wrong. And I would like to share with you guys what I've learned about this condition, what it's like to have it, and also how I've been learning to get around it. Because I have a whole list of tricks that I use to interact more normally with people in a more understandable way, and more on everybody else's timetables too, because I found that when I tried to act like everybody else, there was just this huge load on my brain because I could not process that much at once, consciously. So I learned how to do the same thing other people do, but in a different way, one that works better for me. And in my teenage and adult years, I also managed to hit on something that is more of a partial cure rather than just a workaround. And although it's taken a really long time for me to actually employ it, you can already see that it is actually working pretty well. I can look people in the eyes. I can emote with a whole lot of emotion without exhausting myself after only a few minutes. I mean, reality, it isn't instantly overwhelming me anymore. I can deal with problems and fears without having a panic attack. Or just stuffing it down and ignoring it and pretending nothing's even happening. Which was really my big problem. I was ignoring everything. Now I'm not ignoring. Now I am experiencing and trying really, really hard to hang on to the experience long enough to see that I can actually survive it. I hope to generate a whole long list of these videos, because this is actually in preparation for writing a book. Which it's going to be a lot easier for me to organize my thoughts for a nice little 10-minute video than for a whole 30-chapter book. Any kind of feedback that I can get from you guys is going to be monumentally helpful, because this is my practice for the real thing. And the real thing I intend to be helpful for not only people who have autism, but for people who are related to those who have autism, family and friends. This condition is such a mystery, and it makes it so that a person's mental language is so completely different that no one can really translate, not too well. The normal people can't translate what an autistic person is experiencing, and same the other way around. But I have, over the last 25 years, been making it my life's mission to translate everything. And I've done it rather successfully. I can now make sense of what it is that I'm going through in a way that my mom can understand. Everything that she went through trying to raise me is actually starting to make sense to her. Which is amazing. And I hope to bring this enlightenment and clarity to as many other people as I can, because I know how hard it was for me to learn how to translate. And I don't want anyone else to have to go through this if they don't have to. I want them to be able to build on what I've gone through so that they can go through something a little bit easier and dedicate their energy to something better, something more important than just figuring out how to talk. Thank you very much for listening, everyone, and I hope to bring you many more of these videos. Bye!